Peace to the gods and earths. Ra tapping in once again on behalf of the Sacred Tree, Stardust Jewelry, Operation God Body. It's your boy Ra tapping in. Salute to the Star Steppers. We see y'all. We appreciate y'all. Salute. Stay solid. Amen. Check me out. This is another episode of LeRenaissance. It's been a while since I did one of these, right? Check me out though. This painting is called The Final Judgment. And for those who don't know, this deity, this Neteru, his name is Anubis. This is the homie right here. You know what I mean? This is the shadow of Ra. See, the things that y'all deem spooky because it's dark and y'all don't understand it, I go into those places because y'all scary and I'm not. I ain't scared of the dark. You know what I mean? Why? Because the light casts the shadow. So you have to go into the shadow to go get the new light. You understand? Every night and day, the sun cycle, the ancestors look at it as a life and death cycle. And it makes sense because when they say sleep is a cousin of death, right? Every time we go to sleep, you die. Symbolically, metaphorically, that's a death. You understand? That's why it's important to say your prayers before you go to sleep. Because God forbid you don't wake up. So while you're sleeping, Anubis is on the job as far as protecting you while you sleep. You understand? Because the Egyptians, the Kemetic people, they understood that when the sun disappeared, they saw that as it dying and going into the underworld. You know what I mean? Going into the duat, right? And then when it comes rise again, that's his resurrection. So this notion of a resurrected Christ was way before who y'all know to be Jesus. They got that from Osiris and Isis, Asar and Oset. That's where the original version of a resurrected Christ came from, which was Heru. But let me just break down the painting so we can understand the symbology, right? Y'all got to understand that we've been duped into thinking that our high science, that it's been dumbed down, it's been watered down, it's been remixed, kind of like what they did with Jesus. His name was Yeshua, right? Who, to me, metaphorically, the message is more important than the man itself. The message is always important. So that's what makes the story of Yeshua real to me. But when you water down the version, turn him blonde hair, blue eyes, when we know in the Bible that is not his depiction. That means you remixing some shit and you making it up. And I don't like half truths. I like the whole truth and nothing but the truth, right? So if we're going to be worshiping or following anybody, we should at least give them the proper context. And I don't want to go too side off, but I feel like this is important. My name is Abdul Rahim. If I died in 2,000 years from now, y'all call me something else, like, and disregard my original name, then y'all not really following the originator. Y'all following something else. You understand? So you got to understand the veil that the Catholic Church put over your eyes as far as worship and who they really got y'all worshiping. They got y'all worshiping a dead man on the cross who so happens to have blonde hair and blue eyes. But then when you read the Bible, they said he had skin that was bronze. His feet were like burnt bronze and his hair was like wool. This is hair of wool. Don't nobody else got hair like this. It's our people that has hair like wool. But anyway, we ain't gonna go off on that tangent. I just want to let you know that this is original. These are the originators right here. And one of the Neteru, he's depicted as the jackal-headed god or the jackal-headed deity, right? And he's responsible for death, mummification, and the afterlife. This is a process that a lot of people think the Egyptians worship death. No, they just understood that death is the beginning of something new, of a new life. You know what I mean? They understood how these cycles work. They already understood the reincarnation cycle. Because all y'all doing is y'all worship Jesus based on the fact that he rose from the dead, right? See, the Egyptians, they already had deities that been there, done that. You understand? Yeshua or Jesus was just the last one to do it. And I feel like being that he grew up, his story is in that same area, I'm sure he's heard of the stories of Heru. And he studied and learned these things just like Moses did when Moses came to Egypt. He was there all that time learning about the laws of the Egyptians and the Kemetic people. And then all of a sudden when he leaves, that's when he come up with a new religion. Such a coincidence, right? But anyways, like I said, I don't want to go too off in a tangent. Check this out. He represents the afterlife, and he's the guardian. He's the guardian of that galaxy. He's the guardian, kind of like Idris Elba. That's his name, right? Idris Elba in fucking Thor. When he's the one who, when you want to go to Agartha, you got to go through him. He's the gate opener. That's Anubis. You know what I mean? He's depicted in a lot of movies that we ain't gonna go into, but if I can give you one off the top of my head, he's Idris Elba on Thor, right?